Tonight, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills for their first go on offense, led by their Pro Bowl quarterback. Now in his fourth season, it's Josh Allen.
It's got to feel great for the Bills franchise to know that they're set up for the future with number 17 at the helm. They don't have to worry about draft choices. They don't have to worry about free agency. They have their quarterback. And the passing attack as a team, second only to the Chiefs in 2020. And how about Josh Allen? Guided the Bills to their first playoff win since 1995 last season, and his completion percentage in the last 3 years has gone from roughly 53% to 69% last season.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 55 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Flush to his right. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Two yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense for the Chiefs, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball. This defense for the Chiefs, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Patrick Mahomes now in his 5th season with the Chiefs, ready to bring out this high-powered Kansas City offense for the first time.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Here's Mahomes to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The numbers for Hill a week ago. 4 catches, 52 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down now, a run with McKinnon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. 11 yards for number 11. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Touchdown! That's caught. Demarcus Robinson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This take it in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got 1 there. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on second down. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 2nd and 9. Allen off the play fake. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. On play action, Allen rolling to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Mahomes now on first down, finding Hardman here over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Mahomes now to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Russell Wilson, terrific in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. From there, we take the long trip back across the country, then across the pond. Check out the action in London. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Mike Davis, a touchdown run in the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, the Colts return to Baltimore. That should be interesting. Colts, Ravens, live from M&T Bank Stadium. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 29, Mahomes. And he'll win it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Handoff, it's McKinnon. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They run it with McKinnon. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. And they work this out past the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Play action. Now it's Allen. Flushed out right. First down and more for Allen. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Always always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying the magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Here's McKinnon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Gets this one to Hill. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A give, Singletary right side. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's Allen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Allen to Beasley, 1st down Buffalo. Allen. And this is caught by Beasley. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Defense. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Singletary here running out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So for the Bills, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.